Now, Dave and I have stayed at a lot of hotels and a lot of different places, and you always hear about the presidential suite. But does it exist?
Dave, they definitely exist, and they exist right here in Pittsburgh. As a matter of fact, we found 3 of them, and we're going to take a look and see how the other half lives.
We are at the Renaissance Pittsburgh Hotel. This building was built in 1906, and it was turned into a hotel in 2001. We're the only 4-diamond hotel in the heart of Pittsburgh's cultural district. It was originally an office building, so several things were in this building, including the VA hospital occupied the 6th floor. But most Pittsburghers remember Heaven nightclub was in our lobby and on the 2nd floor.
How many rooms we got here?
We have a total of 300. We have 6 suites, and within those suites is the presidential suite, which is on the 14th floor. Presidential suite spans the entire length of the 14th floor. We're going to enter in through the bedroom.
Well, the ceiling height is incredible.
The ceiling height in all of our guest rooms is 12 foot. Spectacular view from this suite. You're going to look right at the Allegheny River and PNC Park. And then the view from this room is the interior of the building, which is all copper. This was the largest copper restoration program in northeastern United States since the Statue of Liberty. It's hollow in the middle, so you'll have a large archway at the bottom. And when the architect built the building, there was no air conditioning in the early 1900s. So he built that so the natural air would cool the building, the hot air would rise, and it would automatically cool from the breeze off the river. And then we can go into the parlor area, which has a nice dining room table that seats 8. Has skylights, a nice wet bar area. You have 2 views in this room again. You have the PNC Park view, and then you have the interior courtyard view. We've had a lot of famous people stay here. We've had Mick Jagger, Cher, Janet Jackson. We've had Prince Andrew. Oh, Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne stayed in this suite.
All right, so this is 2-bedroom, but it can open up to a 4-bedroom.
And then you can key off this entire wing. So you can lock the doors and leave all of these open so your family can intermingle. Price is $1,200 a night. However, the hotel also has a package where you can rent the entire 14th floor, which includes this suite, the concierge lounge, and all of the guest rooms. It includes a reception in the presidential for $25,000.
Welcome to the Doubletree Hotel and Suites. This particular hotel was actually built as an office building back in the 1950s, was converted to a hotel in the 70s as a Ramada hotel, and it was recently converted to the Doubletree brand. We have 308 guest rooms. Of those 308 guest rooms, 122 of those rooms are suites. This room is over 1,400 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, a dining room. We do have a small kitchen, and in this particular case, the particular VIP has asked for the refrigerator to be stocked.
All right, thanks. The interview's over.
We usually request fresh tap water where we go.
Fresh tap water, preferably coming out of the sink.
Coming out of the sink.
Right.
This is for pretty special guests that have pretty high-end taste, and they know what they want.
How much per night does this cost?
This suite is $1,500 a night. The unique thing is most of the time VIPs want to come this part of the suite, they're here to sleep. So we developed a suite which is right down the hall that you can't sleep in. Who's ever in here is requesting that room for entertaining of friends, family, throwing a little party. So I think we should go see that now. Now we're in the view. This room has 2 bathrooms. It's a little over 1,000 square feet. Of course, it has its own bar and has 3 flat screen TVs. This is the only suite you're ever going to see that has its own poker room. This is the only suite of its kind in Pittsburgh. It was meant just to be an entertaining suite. You cannot sleep in this room. We never sell it as a sleeping room. There is no bedroom here.
Well, you could sleep in this room.
You could sleep. You could pass out in this room.
Right.
So in the hotel business, this solves a terrific problem that you probably have. You have these luxurious suites that you're always worried about being damaged, and here you've laid out comfortable entertaining space.
You're absolutely right.
We're here at the Omni William Penn Hotel. We have 596 guest rooms and 38 suites within the hotel. This is considered Pittsburgh's Grand Dame of the city, and the hotel was opened on March 9th, 1916, and at that time was the largest hotel between Chicago, New York, and also the Florida coast. Okay, so here we are at the presidential suite here at the Omni William Penn. It's actually a suite of 6 total rooms. It's a 3-bedroom suite, and it has 3 full baths and 1 half bath. And I'll take you on in. Come on in. From these doors all the way down is what we call the presidential suite complex. This is basically the living quarters of the suite. And you'll see we have the baby grand piano and the living area.
And what floor of the hotel are we on?
We are on the 16th floor, yes. And the actual presidential suite is 2,500 square feet when it's all opened up and all of the rooms combined. This is another sort of more of a family room area here with the TV. Over here we have a wet bar, so if someone is entertaining and they want to stock the bar, we actually will provide them with a bartender and a full stocked bar for them to serve. And full dining area as well.
So there's a kitchen through there?
And there's a kitchen as well, yes. It's almost, you know, in a sense, like a small apartment, really. I mean, you know, you could certainly live here and stay in the room, and you'd have everything that you need to do that.
I'd say it's a pretty large apartment.
A pretty large apartment, actually, yes. It's a very elegant suite, as you see. It still has some of the old feel of the hotel. You know, as you know, the hotel was opened in 1916, so we really tried to capture that when, you know, when renovations were done to these suites, and to maintain that sort of elegant aura about it. And so I think that's what kind of sets it apart from other suites.
What are we talking ballpark a night?
This suite, if you take the entire suite, is $2,500 a night.
Does it sit empty often?
You'd be surprised. We actually sell it more than you might think. We do have a lot of corporate business that comes into the hotel. We have a lot of CEOs that stay with us, and then, you know, people from the entertainment industry as well.
Have there been any presidents in this presidential suite?
There have been, actually. Every seated president since Franklin Roosevelt has been in the hotel. And so there have been several presidents that have been here. Now, not all of them have stayed overnight, but we have had several that have stayed here overnight.
So why do they call these presidential suites?
That name has just been in our industry for a long, long time.
Well, it's the largest suite in the hotel, obviously. You know, it's not a cheap suite to stay in, so people that do stay here generally have a lot of money or a lot of stature.
Ever since I got into the hotel business, it was always the best suite in the house was always the presidential suite.